And it's time for the next set here for these two players. We've got Siro and CharChar for you. Siro playing as the Teutons on his home map of Arena. So we've got some chicken arena tonight. Meanwhile, to the south, it will be Australia's own CharChar, who will be playing as the Cumans. So we're going to have a very, very interesting matchup here to see how these two players go about it. Of course, the chickens had a little bit of a difference to Arena. If you know how to funnel chickens, that's something that is worth considering, of course. If you don't, then you go take them somehow. There's 8 of them in total out there. Rabbits, actually, on this generation. For now, it's going to be the lumber camp. It's probably going to be a 2 TC boom from CharChar, and it's probably going to be a tower rush from the Teutons, or it could be some aggression. We will find out very, very shortly, but of course, we are watching Arena. Yeah, it will be a little bit of a slow start, but let's just keep an eye on the way the two players are going to go about this. As what we want to see, make sure they're all doing the things they are meant to be doing at the start of this game. The scouts are here to have a little bit of a jostle. This will be a 50-50 fight. We wait. We wait. CharChar gets the extra hits. Siro says, nope. Running from that one. Creates enough separation there so the gate didn't stay open. And at the same time brings the boar in. No harm done at all. Of course, the Teutons are quite nice. As I said, they can tower rush because they can garrison +5 in those towers. Farms are also cheaper. That makes them very forgiving. Makes the need for those farm upgrades less. Of course, they are the anti-monk civ with their units being more resistant to conversion, and their monks are quite nice with healing range. They can heal from 8 tiles away. Of course, best unit in the game, murder holes, being free. Bit of idle time here for CharChar, as it appears that a house may have been forgotten. A bit too much idle time for my liking, but it's all good. See how she can recover from there. Seeing a mill on the chickens here. For Siro. Who... Well, 2 on wood. It does strike me that this is going to be early aggression. Find out very shortly. Lots of food coming in. I think this is very much going to be an uptime here. Yep, there is loom, so it's going to be an uptime coming pretty soon. In fact, CharChar's trying to go up super fast here. That is an extremely fast uptime. I guess there is the idle TC on top of it. 17 vills and up, and then the plan, I imagine, is going to be the second town centre. Vills running around. One goes to a sheep. A couple go over to the berries. No, that sheep is now going to rot, unfortunately. CharChar's going to want to get the 275 when it comes to wood to be able to drop that town centre, and she'll be able to do it. So I'm going to keep an eye out on the potential tower rush, and let me tell you, the tower rush is very much coming. 3 on stone, and there will be a total of 8 villagers coming forward. CharChar's going to hit the feudal age here and drop that second town center on the gold and the woods. And she can very much see now what's happening. There's actually two... What do we got there? Two wolves. They're both about to die. Arabian wolves being a nuisance. And the first tower is ready to be dropped. Let's see what this can bring. CharChar's got what she requires on food to be able to keep this ticking along. Only 5 building the town center at the moment. Something she'll have to keep an eye out on. So yeah, the beauty of the humans here is that 6 extra arrows can go attack this. Meanwhile, 1 extra arrow compared to a normal tower. Plus the 2 villagers get to whack away at it. So that is quite handy. And now there's going to be an early barrack. So the town center will be down. But CharChar won't really be in a position to produce from both. And there may be some issues here. This is not fully walled yet. And of course, humans can't stone wall. And they're not going to have access to their stone. They do have access to rams in this age. And I wonder if that may have been something CharChar's considered. Either way, she backs away for now. And it's going to be another tower. Again. Unsurprisingly. The idle time is going to creep up and CharChar's going to try and rush this one down. Don't mind the idea to try and get a couple of hits on this, but once the tower garrisons back there, it's not too bad. These 3 vills are safe until fletching comes in. You can see now, it's going to slowly get attacked, but another tower can get dropped very soon. Just waiting for the stone, and there it is. Siro can drop another tower if he so wishes. And there we go. This one will be entirely within range of the other one. Quick check for a blacksmith. There is no blacksmith yet. Not that many on wood, so can't afford fletching yet. CharChar's going to try and go to stone here. This is going to be a difficult one indeed. Whilst waiting, Siro's actually going to take some of these berries away. Even if he doesn't drop them off, it's not the worst. If anything, you can take the berries whilst he's waiting for the stone. Take the berries. Go take some wood. He's actually going to build a mill. I was going to say, just take the wood so you don't even have to drop this food off. I was going to say, you just lose it, but then just get rid of it entirely, right? This is only just to wait. We're just waiting for the remainder of the stone. There's actually a couple of outposts being dropped too. I'd like the outpost play, in fact. Making sure that there's no escape. Of course, as the humans, because you can't build stone walls, any escape will get seen as soon as it's spotted. So you can't just delete a wall, walk out, and then re-wall it. Because you re-wall with a palisade. Which is very annoying. CharChar's got enough for a counter tower here. She has been on stone a little bit. One Vill trying to take this down is going to have to bail. Vills go back to those berries. And now CharChar has got the Vill lead. But has got Tootin Tower pressure all over her base. Question will be, can she get up to Castle Age and push this back? Or even just be a nuisance, maybe with some rams? Wouldn't mind the ram play at the moment. It's going to be a stable, but producing out of that stable might prove to be difficult. Siro's actually going to take the gold outside. I like this. The addition of the foxes. Quite nice. This one Vil. This poor Vil. She's working in awful conditions here. She really needs to find another home. Yep, and no, she still wants to get back and go to work here. She really, really wants to work right there. And there you go. Finally, she moves away. That farm will eventually have another villager go to it. What's CharChar going to do here? Another tower is dropped. And this one is on the stone. CharChar's going to click up. He's going to click up first, which is nice, and is adding the workshop on the way up. Would have loved the workshop maybe there. Knowing what's going on here, workshop could have actually prevented this. Walled this off. She's got a 10 Vil lead, but has the pressure to deal with. And that is where it will be tough. More towers coming in. And, alright, she's sending the boys. Gonna just try and have a go here and batter some of this down. But I don't think that's gonna work. And in 2.5 minutes, the Teutons are gonna get murder holes for free. Siro's doing as much as he can to try and keep this tower up, keep it built. And it will be. I don't know why he's spam clicking at the moment. Doesn't need to. It's all good. Tower goes up. There's a ram in queue now. And CharChar's going to reach the castle age. And the question is, will there be enough food? Triple stable. Will there be enough food to be able to push this back? That is the question. Lots of gold as well. Might be worth shuffling some of those over the wood. There's lots on gold. She's gone 3 knights to kick us off. Definitely would be good to move a couple to woods. If possible, get another ram out would be good. So far, CharChar is looking A-okay, if you ask me. Apart from being slightly housed. Another armor coming in. Barracks coming up for the Teutons. And armor for the Teutons. So Teutons do get a bonus on melee armor in Castle Age. And they're going to add an armor here. So these pikemen will be quite good. And that ram really ejected the wrong way. But okay. First ram comes along. Is it enough? And it's a castle drop as well. That is going to be rough. Castle comes in, but so do 4 knights, but it's all going to be spotted, and that makes the pathing really hard to get through. Can CharChar break this in time? This is where it gets very tense. Game suddenly gets super tense here. Oh, the ram kind of blocks his mate from being able to do anything. Of course, the humans get access to the capped ram. She's trying as much as she can to break this bloody house. Okay, house is broken. CharChar has to rush in now. There is no other quick walls, but the castle goes up, and with murder holes now, that position for Siro is handy. He has lost a few little villages along the way, but can start making the capes. Jeez, the capes is already immediately queued up. Now the question will be, how well can this go for CharChar? Can she push this castle back? It's already lost about 1/3 of its HP, which is quite good. There's a lot of knights being produced. The knight production is so handy. Still 2 rams on the castle. This is where all the action is now. Vils, they don't matter right now. Now it's just about pushing this castle back. She needs rams. She needs knights. She needs to be able to take the castle out. And if the castle goes down, the repair Vil is doing a great job. There's a 3rd ram coming in. It was actually tasked to the tower. It was doing a little bit of good work. Jeez, those Teutonic Knights are so strong. The Teutonic Knights are so strong. But the castle goes down to 430. She deletes the mill so she can go in on the castle. It's not being repaired. One more whack. One more whack. And down goes the castle. And now the rest of it can hopefully, for CharChar's sake, get cleaned up here. No more Teutonic Knights to deal with. They are all gone. It's a 16 villager lead. May need a couple of rams to help tidy up the rest of these towers. But now, as you can see, she goes back to producing villagers. Exactly the way you're meant to do it. All this without a market as well. Good early pressure from Siro. Now, there's going to be knights coming forward, and it will be important to just secure that map control. And just, yes, time to push these towers back. Now CharChar's in a nice spot. She can, of course, keep adding knights, but be able to maybe, one, break through would be nice. I can't see it happening with just knights. Definitely will want to push this back. That's certainly an important part of this, and keep the 2 TCs running. It's 1 TC on the other end for Siro, and there's no plans to add one very soon. There's going to be a lumber camp there. Unfortunately, the monks are out for CharChar, so she has to bail there. I wouldn't mind if she comes back to these towers with the knights, and maybe to the barracks as well. Just really make sure that there's nothing else going on here. The house that's blocking the gate can also go. The outposts can go. You're too late for the... Yeah, you missed the castle going... Your castle going down there. Unfortunately. Did well to get it up. I wasn't actually watching the stone count. And then... Yes, the vills. A few too many vills went down in the production. And then couldn't keep enough alive to get the repairs on it. And of course, it's hard against the humans. The humans can obviously... you know, humans get that ram, right? So, CharChar's added the workshop on the way up to Castle Age. It just adds that little bit of timing. Tiny little timing advantage. You see a monk trying to come out and try to take a relic, but that's not going to happen. It's a big number of knights on the field now. Definitely enough to fight this. Last of the towers go down. Can now take out some houses. Siro's currently housed. And taking out these houses is kind of is going to work. Couple of rams. They're getting upgraded too. Yeah, you can never get... Ah, yeah, okay. They ejected badly. Oh, that's annoying. That is a touch annoying. Alright, plenty of knights. I think you dive the monks and the pikemen with this amount of knights as well. Double armor, double attack. So CharChar's fully upgraded them. Yes, you'll probably lose 4 conversions to perfect monk micro, but you'll kill everything along the way. Everything will die, so... Let's see what we've got. So Cap Ram is also coming in. 2 Cap Rams. Still 2 TCs to 1. CharChar needs to get back to making vills though. 26 on food, so there's certainly enough. Just needs to keep this push going. Unfortunately, the monks are there. There will be conversions, as I said. But it will also see everything else die with it. And the gate's open. Let the gate open again. Run in. That's a lot of good monk micro here from Siro. The colours might be a little bit tough to tell here on Capture Age. But I think overall, CharChar's going to have enough here to break this. Yes, there are monks. Yes, they are healing. But there's still 15 knights. And knights are going to be streaming forward. There's a hole in the wall now. So... CharChar's able to go inside the base. Or is it not? Enough are dying. There's actually enough pikemen around. Hang on a moment. Maybe a slight misread. The knights are still coming forward though. Maybe there's a couple still at home. More stables being added. Stables very cheap for the humans. But actually, it's a tiny little hole. It's a tiny hole. It's going to be some step lancers and light caps. So just all the cav options and even camels. Doing it. Enough conversions came in that... No, camels is a misclick. Liking her around, of course. Tootin' extra melee armor is super nice. Still seeing the fights come in here, but There's enough purple units to take out the initial, but then random militia coming in on the fights. There's a difference between Capram as well, by the way. Capram does have the splash damage, which means that the house just goes down. CharChar has to bail because of the rest of the units that are here. That militia's got 1 HP. The Catram could turn and bump the militia and kill it as well, which would be really funny. 4,000 damage. Now there's some steppies. Of course, human units, human horse units move faster, which is always nice. So you can see that 1.35 to 1.49 difference between. It's amazing that the converted unit doesn't hold its speed. And oh my god, that is a very, very interesting castle. That is a castle that could change a game here. It's still a Ville advantage for CharChar, still a good score lead. There's going to be a workshop in the middle, and then attempted walls. These will have to be how... She doesn't see it. Doesn't see it. Oh no, it's out of view. Nothing is spotted. A tile or two. Completely unspotted. This is a devastating castle. Castle will go up as well. The pikemen are going to reveal the fact the castle's here now. It's going to be too late for CharChar. There it is. But position still looks good for our human player. Morvilles is on 3 town centers now to 1. So I think the position's still good. And against the pikemen, I do like the step lancer switch. The steppies will get the first hits, which is always nice when it comes to those engagements. Getting the first hit is always good. A very, very sneaky castle indeed. And the battering rams just look so weak compared to the capped ram alternatives. Look at the cap ram. Look at how strong that looks. And the battering ram just, it doesn't feel like it does any damage in comparison. Alright. Making a bit more space in the wall, which is always good. 4 cap rams could absolutely take down this castle. But oh, I saw some capes going there. There are some capes in that battering ram. But CharChar's going to counterattack. CharChar says, stuff this going forward. Lots of steppies. You feel like if she breaks through, this is game over. The problem is being able to break through. I'm going to take out the workshop here. I think that's also an alright idea. Got to keep an eye out on this 1 battering ram. 4 Teutonic Knights in it. And going after the blacksmith. That is a big army coming forward, though. So Mangonel not being produced because CharChar's housed at the moment, dropping a couple. Finally dropping a marker. That's how good the eco balance has been. This gate will disappear. It's almost open. It's almost open. Just needs to pump it. There we go. Alright. Now the gate is open. Now the question is, can the steppies do the job? There are so many steppies coming through here. The other side, there are some capes that are doing some damage though. Hold on, battering rams here. Pressure on both bases. There's still I still feel like there's so many step lancers that eventually the step lancers are going to do the job. But both players have to worry here. Mangonel trying to get some work done on the Teutonic Knights. That'll certainly help. The backup step lancers are going to stay at home. Look at how many have managed to walk through this base. There's not many cap rams left. Actually, no, they've run backwards. They're going to go out. One's going to go after the monks and the relics and the monasteries. Capes underneath TCs. A bunch of steppies need to find their way back because these capes will absolutely obliterate in melee melee combat. There needs to be ranged units, or the steppies need to come with numbers. And now you can see again, Siro's having to run. Finally makes a second town center here. That's partly because the first one looks like it's going to drop. Where did those rams go? Are they rolled forward again, or did they die? It appears that they are coming home. It appears that the rams are coming home. They're going to maybe deal with this castle. But all the Teutonic Knights... No, there's still 2 more alive. They're getting really, really good value here. Look at the kills. 11 eco kills. In fact, all the steppies are now just going to run back home. I don't know if that was a select or military situation, or just a decision from CharChar to maybe play it a little bit safer. And you can see the Vil kills for Siro. The Vil numbers have actually just evened up entirely. Those Teutonic Knights, they got so much value. We're suddenly back. 62 Vils, 63 Vils. And the walls are going to come back up. And the monastery is going to take the relics back. But, oh, that's a lot of rams. That's a lot of rams. I feel like a second forward push here from Siro is going to get thwarted. And CharChar's going to have her base back for the second time. Yeah, it's certainly easy to tell from our point of view to be like, send the army home. Could also just be select or military, right? I know I use that a lot. Very easy to just select all military and send it home. Those Teutonic Knights were really getting some value. I'd like CharChar to now wall this up. I know you humans only get palisade walls, so maybe just some houses. Rams will take care of this. Nothing else will get produced here. Vils are actually going to try and run away to the top. And those Vil kills as well means CharChar's got the Vil lead again. Just needs to get back to producing, and holy rams. That's a lot of rams. And the barracks is used as part of the wall. I love it. That's so good. That's so good. 2 steppies are going to find a mining camp. Which means that town center's not going to go up. It's now 2 TCs to 3. Oh, is that... Gate's going to stay open? No. Too many monks. Devotion could be handy here as well for the humans. Human monks, well... No block printing, no redemption. They're probably the 2 most important ones. Sanctity being the other one. But monastery for the conversion resistance always nice. And there is the shrine up already. And time for another push. That's a bigger number of rams. The monk counter is climbing, but there's a lot of steppies. There's a lot of rams. Anytime you can get a unit from the age above, I think it's always worth considering it. And that's what the humans have got with their cap brand here. How do you play into your strengths? And that certainly is the strength for the humans. You can see how quickly the walls melt. These stone walls disappear for our Teuton player. And the army just looks really nice. But Siro's defending quite well. Overall, the defense is good. The monk micro generally pretty good. But CharChar has just got so much army. He's just able to keep piling on the pressure. Every time buildings go up, they go down, and the walls go up, the walls go down. And this is a much stronger, much stronger selection of rams. There were 3 last time, and this time there is like 10, and that's what sees the game get called. Half the time they attack the rams, and yeah, they die to the lancers. It's that one range that just means the interaction allows the step lancers to get the first hit. And it kind of changes those dynamics up a little bit. But hey, CharChar's on the board, and I believe that may be a first win in the comp. So that is very, very nice indeed. CharChar gets on the board here on Siro's home map as well. So has got a chance to take a 2-0 on her home map coming up next. And yeah, Pretty good defense initially against the tower rush. Got to Castle Age. Took down the castle. And now, after that, was able to push. And had the army numbers. Time for game 2 now. We got CharChar on her home map of Socotra. And it's going to be a battle between 2 American civs. The Central American Aztecs and the South American Incas. This may be one of the last times we see the Incas in this fashion, because they will go through a rework in about 10 days from now. So enjoy it whilst it lasts. Enjoy the Eagle Scouts and Eagle Warriors whilst they have them. And at the moment, I was going to say, it's a kind of a calm start. Siro's remembering that the elephant, taking the elephant early is good. No need to go heavy with the scouting either. You kind of just let your eagles do that. Oh god, oh god. Okay, goes down. Everything's okay. All okay. Noville dies. Both elephants are in. Happy days. No laming just yet, which is important. One thing to note, I guess. And nope, not going to fight. And both players may just push in their deer here. Oh, actually, it's going to be an early barracks. Going to be an early barracks from Siro, so going to look towards a drush. Of course, pre-lumber camp as well. The Incas get a bonus where their houses provide more pop space, and that is what makes this drush a possibility, because you're not hampered by needing that extra wood. So you can see right now Siro would be in a spot where he would need to drop a house. But that is not required at the moment. It just makes the drush, allows the drush to come out a little bit earlier. Got Ando in chat, hello. And Rodeo Jones as well, hello, hello. Welcome along. You're actually going to see me play a game or two after this. We've got some more casting at, unless I've got my time zones wrong. Or sorry, no, unless the 2 players have written their times down wrong. The set that I'm casting is in about 75 minutes. So that's how long I've got before a live cast. But for now, we're going to see 4 militia come forward. Yes, 4 militia drush. Oh my god, this could be devastating on the woodline. This could just completely wipe out a woodline. CharChar's about to see 2 and 3 and probably panic. 4 militia. I mean, you just kill the other 2. Oh, don't run. Oh, don't lose them all for free. Oh god, don't lose them all for... Oh no. Siro. Alright. That's why he made 4. Knowing that one of them would die to the town center. It's alright. Still 3 to go. Still 3. And they have the combined HP of under 2. But it's okay. There's still 3 of them there. And we're just going to add another one. There we go. Yeah, probably worth killing these now. CharChar's coming forward, by the way. Loom's not in. She's got to run for 15 seconds. And can fight soon. Soon. Okay, now she can fight. And just chooses to back away anyway. There's 4 militia. Is there another one? No gold. No gold for another one. CharChar can click up. Busy fighting, though. Fair bit of idle time. Gee, the build from Siro. How nice is that, by the way? No idle time. Managed to produce 5 militia. Yes, the uptime gets delayed as a result. But otherwise, it's pretty smooth. And now the fights will come in. 1 villager will go down. 1 will walk. And the eagle will drop. The eagle drops at the end. And that's pretty important. That's a worry. Never good when that happens. 16 bills to 21. But Yeah, our Inca player has done well with the early aggression. But the trouble is, what can Feudal Age do? Yeah, CharChar's not able to produce the villagers quite as consistently at the moment. The pressure was there, made this a little bit more difficult. And yes, the stream is a Burber's Burgers match that we're casting, so that will be super enjoyable. One militia still gonna roam around, be the scout, with the eagle having dropped. And a mill coming out here, as both players are kind of taking neutral ostrich now, I guess is what that is. Probably not worth milling. I think at this point it's just worth long distance as much as, even for 2. Like, I wouldn't mill 2 ostrich, even at full health. I guess the vision is also added, right? It adds a little bit of help to seeing what's going on. But, yeah, I don't think the mill's that worth it. I think if you look at that, what they had on hand, 95, and there's only 15 left there. They could have just, 6 or 5 could have run out in long distance. I don't know what Siro knew beforehand, though. How much of those 2 he knew about beforehand. So, yeah, CharChar's just going to long distance what she can. It looks like this may be even be a friendly 8 villagers just taking the ostrich. No, the 2 are going to fight. The 2 are just like, no, this is ours. Get out of here. And now they're... What? They're stronger than you believe. Oh, no, that's because there's no loom. They are stronger than you believe. Correct. These ones are weaker. There's no loom on them. So they have the 2 actually do push away the 6. Oh, dropping the mill so you can actually get the food in quicker. Yeah, possibly. Possibly, but yeah. It's all good. It's the way it is. It's there, as I said. There's a small silver lining in that it adds a little bit of vision, which is nice. CharChar's got some archers on the way. 2 archers are out. We'll see what that looks like. See if they can do any damage. But at the moment, the walls are coming in. And that will mean the base is kind of safe. And there's 2 golds nicely at the back of the base here. So, cozy little base for Siro. He's going to be able to survive. Has got a barracks, of course. Can drop a range and then just defensive skirms until Castle Age, right? Has got 6 more villagers, so situation looks nice there. And yeah, now we see what the evolution is. Have I played since getting to 1600? I played today. Today was the first time I actually jumped onto the random map 1v1 since I got 1600 on Monday. And I'm no longer 1600. These maps are not kind. These are not kind maps for me. Let me tell you that. We have got Steppy, which I have lost on 3 times today. So that's great. We've got Fortified Clearing, and that's not the most clowny map. It's actually a map I enjoy, but I'm not really good at the closed map stuff. I was alright at it when it was in Aussie Ascension in about 12 months ago on Fortified Clearing. In fact, it was the map that I was playing a lot of and picking a fair bit. But that was also 12 months ago. We've got Border Dispute, which is a map I've not played. I played it once today. I took 4 boars from the Mongol player that I was up against, and they resigned. There's 5 boars in the middle. And the other map is Canals. That's the only one that's got any... Oh, I guess Border Dispute's got a little pond in the middle. But Canals has got the water. And that's probably what I'm going to look towards tonight as far as a favourite goes. But it's not real water. It's a bit of an interesting map, that one. Alright, we've just got skirms trying to get some damage on archers, and archers trying to avoid the skirms and find villagers. Siro's actually mixing in some archers as well here. Both players have fletching. But I think really, speaking here, I think it's just worth trying to get to Castle Age. In this case of Siro, he has got a walled up base. These skirms are enough. Until you see, like, much bigger numbers, I reckon just... This is good enough. This army will hold. Drop some farms. Get the eco rolling. There's no market yet, so maybe consider a market. Maybe consider trying to expand the walls a little bit further out. Maybe take, you know, give yourself a town center spot for Castle Age. Because, yeah, the army here for Siro, especially now with armor, is just way better than what CharChar's got. So there's no real need to add any more, but we can see the archers coming in. I guess it will give the potential for a counter-attack. If we're just going to hold, I think we can walk away. Of course, these two archers, I think this is the gather point for the range, and it's actually working out alright. It's being very annoying. These two archers will now die, sadly for them. They go down. Yeah, there's no route in here. Could be annoying. CharChar can be annoying on this side, but still two archers here for Siro. CharChar does well to pick one off, 1 for 1. Town Watch and Castle Age first for the Aztec player. And thinking about the Eagles. Do the Incas get any Eagle bonuses? Eagle Warriors get 1 melee, 2 pierce armor on fabric shields. So that's a tech that's going to get a new use, right? It might just get translated to the Champy Warriors, but... Oh god, counter damage. Let's not talk about next week, let's talk about right now. And this army, 4 skirms, 7 archers, denies... What were these guys working on? They just managed to finish the berries at that exact moment. Good walls there. Barracks and the houses are up. Siro can't pass. No, there's no gap on that side anyway. I wish I was 1620 Tremors, but if I can stay above 1500 in this 2-week rotation, I'll be very happy. I'll be very, very happy indeed. Alright, CharChar up first. Oh, double bid axe. No double bid axe on this side. Squires now, and Eagles are being prepped, and I think Siro is going to be ready with the archers and potential crossbow. Getting that one archer, hey? And there's actually a hole here now. Oh. Squires. And there's a hole. And does that mean... Is that mill, that waste of a mill, suddenly coming in handy with the vision? I think it is. I think that mill has just come in quite handy. Second armor coming in as well. Crossbow... Oh, it's going to be slingers, actually. A stone-free outpost, indeed. Now, I did see that Town Watch came in as well. Yeah, it's just... I mean, you see a lot. Yeah, the mill post doing the job. It's a lot of ranged units here. Let's have a look at the slingers, by the way. We've got 5 pierce damage, but then plus 10 bonus damage against infantry. Which is what the Eagle Warriors are. So that's 15 damage. And is it pass-through damage as well? I don't think it's pass-through damage, right? It's just hitting... I mean, that would make them, like, better than Scorpions. If they had pass-through damage. And we're seeing the unbanned siege tower. CharChar's rolling forward. And just says, nah, bye-bye. In rolls the siege tower. Unless, of course, she's going to drop it over the wall. Oh, no. Don't drop them there. Oh, please don't drop them there. Okay, she's figured that out. Could drop them there, but it's not going to happen. This is a massive army, by the way. And that taxi is zooming around. Still 1 TC each. I mean, to be honest, because of how scary this makes things, you could just, like, zoom around with it. Not even engage. Just have the flag on it. Make it think you've got the most devastating army possible. And then just boom behind it. And your cost was 10 Eagle Warriors. That's it. Don't even attack. Just have your taxi zooming around. And to take a phrase from soccer, just park the bus. Except you're parking the siege tower. Mangonel's going to roll forward, though. And Redemption is going to come in. Oh, that could have been a devastating hit from that Mangonel. Alright, here we go. It's a huge army, by the way. The Mangonel's got a lot of heavy lifting to do, though. For CharChar. 1 for 1. 1 for 1 on the Mangonels. Bill's going to look towards stone. Just a lot of eagles. And a siege tower. The archers never got upgraded. So the switch was slinger. And the taxi finds a route and decides, you know what? I wanted to go inside the base. I never had any interest in fighting that army. And now drops out and just says, alright, let's go. Let's get some kills with this thing. Let's see how many kills we can get. Let's go annoy the woodline a little bit. It looks like there's been at least 4 kills in there. I don't know if that's worth. One eagle still in there. 5 and 6 go down. Second TC. That's going to protect the stone. That's handy. But there's still 2 Mangonels on the front for CharChar. And then the Vil count is now leveled up as a result of that. So 8 kills from that exchange. From those 10 Eagle Warriors. And you can see how well the Slingers do, though. The Slingers melt them. Slingers are a great unit against the Eagles. And CharChar taps out. I was unsurprised. I was taking a drink of water. I did not see a tap out coming there. I guess the Vils are level, but she wasn't to know. Score was certainly nice for Siro. It was on 2 TCs. He's probably going to drop a castle soon. And certainly in a winning position, but I don't think it was a 1 position by any stretch. But hey, that is the game we play sometimes. Sometimes you don't know what your exact position is. I am one of those. Yeah, there's no real eco here. Everything would be exposed, right? The gold's about to end here. This one's exposed. Anything else is exposed. Lumber camp's just a mess. There's no farms. So, yeah, the position is great for Siro. Like, the idle TC is firmly in favour, and a couple more Vils, 2 TCs. So, position's really good. But, yeah. That's the game we've got. That set goes 1 apiece. And an enjoyable one indeed. 2 very interesting games, and I quite enjoy them. I enjoy watching CharChar every now and then. Not the lamiest CharChar match, but a good one nonetheless. Both players did very well, and they take a game each, sharing the spoils.